particular guy was part of it, but it was like that. What is that? The Westboro Baptist Church or whatever. They're the same people that like were protesting dead soldiers because of like it all goes back to like their website is godhatesfags.com. Like everything.
Oh, really? So they just they vary on the God hates theme.
Everything
like God hates nerds.
yeah. But like but it's, you know what, like comic books are a result of the gays. Like everything for
Everybody
this
knows
church,
that, I mean.
right? Everything for this church goes back to like gay people and like how like everything that's wrong, quote unquote, wrong with America is because
about
of
the
gays. Like it's this ridiculous. Fred Phelps, I think, is the guy's name, because they used to have him.
Now, did they? I'm sorry, but did they relate the dead soldiers with the gays?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It all goes. It all, like the fact that we're fighting a war is because of gays.
Oh,
the
wow.
reason why 9/11 happened is because there are gays in the United States. Like it's Fred Phelps is the guy's name. There was a radio show.
We got to get this guy on the show.
Oh, he probably will too. Because he used to call in this guy Kid Chris. That was his name. He was like a shock jock a couple of years ago around here, and they used to have him call in all the time, and all they would do is laugh while he just ranted like a lunatic, like about like how like you know what, and then like they would say shit like he would be like, so like how do you feel about George W. Bush, and he'd be like, he's a faggot, and then like and then like it'd be like whatever, anybody, you're like, well what about Hulk Hogan, faggot. Like everyone was gay, and that was the reason why.
Wow.
And he was the only straight man in America, and it was his mission to like wipe out gay people to save everyone.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
You know what, in fact, hold on a second. Okay, so we were unsuccessful in finding a YouTube clip to play. Even though there are plenty, they're just
there's plenty, but
not very good.
Yeah,
we really wanted to get the inflammatory stuff out there, but I have a
looking
couple
for
of
greatest hits.
Yeah, something like that. But we got some quotes on here, and this guy is serious.
People show up to hear this. Like,
like he has a church filled with people, and they agree with this. This is concerning the 2004 Asian tsunami. Thank God for the tsunami, and thank God that 2,000 dead Swedes are fertilizing the ground over there in Asia. How many of these 2,000 do you suppose were fags and dykes?
Wow.
This is how the Lord deals with his enemies, and the Lord has got some enemies, and Sweden heads the list. You filthy Swedes, you filthy, filthy Swedes. Like, this is, oh man, that's not a well individual.
Anything that occurs has the explanation of, well, there must have been fags involved, and God must have hated them.
Exactly.
Like, no matter what. So, like...
Yeah, and everything...
It's pretty easy to figure out, I guess.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty... Every tragedy that happens it's all because of gays. It's according to this guy. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Your nephew gets in a car accident?
And
Who caused it?
Yep, the gays.
Exactly. You get laid off?
Yep, it's because God hates you, because you know a gay person or whatever.
And really, like, it's more an infatuation thing. Like, I can't so much take this type of ass clown seriously so much as I can just be fascinated by the fact that they exist and, like, this is real. Like, there are people who are that brain dead. Like, it's amazing. And I guess that's kind of a theme tonight with, like, the Comic-Con people believing, like, that's reality. And, like, these other jokers believing that, like, the answer to all their problems is that fags did it. I mean...
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. There is kind of a theme going.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand how some people are just wired that way. Like, just to...
Because there's two things going on here. There's people, like, obviously there's a thing in people where it's like they want to know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
But then there's not this corresponding thing where, like, I want to know what's actually going on. It's just like, no, give me something that sounds convincing so I can go back and watch American Gladiators. Like, it's not really... it's flabbergasting. Like, it's like these people are fictional fucking characters. They're not even real human beings to a certain extent.
Well, yeah, I mean...
That sounds harsh, doesn't it?
No, it is a little harsh, and it's probably because of the gays. But you're probably saying that because of the gays.
They poison my mind.
But, yeah, I mean, luckily, nobody really takes this guy seriously. But this guy was at Comic-Con, like we said before, and, he was, his group was protesting, whatever, God hates nerds and all that, and... they just really find, and I really think part of it is like it's publicity houndedness. Like
Right.
they just find something that, you know, there's a memorial for soldiers, so they latch onto that.
Right,
you
just
know,
the most pornographically grotesque thing they could do, like protesting anyone's funeral. I'm sorry, go fuck yourself.
Right,
Like, I
yeah.
don't support that. It's
Exactly.
ridiculous. I don't care who it was or how they died. They're dead now, so their life is over.
Right.
Like,
Right,
let it
exactly.
go.
And like, you know what, and you know, like whatever we've talked about, you know, soldiers and how we feel about them, and
Yeah.
you know, like that sort of thing. But like, there's still people with families, and like,
Yeah, we're all
you know,
human
like,
beings here that
right?
suffer, you know? Like,
Right, exactly. And there are options, and people make bad choices all the time, and maybe their bad choice was in the fucking army, and now they're dead.
Exactly.
And, you
But
know,
the bottom line is, like, no matter how brain dead or how brainwashed you are, when a mother loses a son, it's like
Right.
a horrible fucking thing. you know,
Exactly.
like, and that's really the heart of it.
yeah.
So jokers like this get a big thumbs down from the Safe World Radio.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe I don't know, in the future, if we ever decide to do research, we'll have something, you know, like
Sure.
some juicy inflammatory bits that aren't me just reading them.
Yeah. But
Learn music and make music at Savage Rock School, located at 7 South Blackmoor's Pike at the intersection of Route 168 and Church Street in Blackwood, New Jersey.
something that was really interesting that's been going on. Obviously, most people know by now about WikiLeaks and these 90,000 plus documents, apparently, saying what, according to the mainstream media, everybody already knew. Generally, that the Afghanistan war is a tragedy. It's a complete travesty,
Right.
A failure by any measure.
Which is why they don't really talk about it anymore.
But there's some interesting things. I mean, people, and you know, everybody, many people whom, of course, I respect, Alex Jones, Mike Rivero, many people have been pointing out how suspect this latest release of these documents is. For one thing, I'm not going to try to go over all of it because honestly, I haven't spent enough time with it. But they, throughout their history, WikiLeaks, they generally release the information directly to the public via the internet. And this time, you get them sort of releasing it to the mainstream media first, and then it gets disseminated to the people. That's something that's suspect. And this, I believe his name is Julian Assange or something like that, the founder of WikiLeaks.
Okay.
Basically, everyone should listen to Webster Tarpley, who was just on Alex Jones earlier today, talking about how this guy, his history is so crazy. He attended something like 37 different schools when he was a kid. He was from Australia. His parents ran a theater, like a traveling